Yeah. Mm, mm, mm. Mm. That's a dude. dude. Mm, mm, mm. Of course, man. Mm. Yeah, I'll probably end this like I mean, this is kind of classic right here. This is classic. Yeah, I think I'm gonna start doing that. Start doing that. I mean, yeah, I should start doing that. Honestly, I should start doing that.
Order rejected. Order rejected. Order filled. Order filled.
Hmm.
Order rejected.
Oh, that don't make sense. Okay, so let me see. That doesn't make sense.
Order rejected.
So it seems like you Prophet is the only one foolish enough to allow people to trade as much Bitcoin contracts as they want. Because it seems like there's a maximum size of 5 Bitcoin contracts on Top Step X. Because it won't let me trade more than 5. And shit, MFF won't let me trade more than 3.
Order rejected.
Okay, so yeah, I can only trade 5 micro Bitcoins on Top Step X at a time, which sucks. That sucks. Let me go into their Discord because honestly I feel like I should be hitting up Top Step X for them payouts too. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, I hate being a bull on Bitcoin because I just know that this thing's just gonna dump right back down. I just know it will. Uh, hmm. So let me look this up. Hmm. 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 Okay, man. Hmm. Yeah, because I mean, that's like micros or something. Okay. Hmm. The bulls have definitely been super relentless on Bitcoin. They will not let this thing drop. We finally got price to break out of this trend channel though. Again, what I just looked up. I was looking for so I might just start trading Top Step X again. Because I got these accounts, I might as well use them. I was just looking at the information for the micro Bitcoin contract. I guess I'm, honestly, I have no clue what happened today. Don't know what happened today. I feel like I did something wrong today, but I don't know. I don't know why I feel that way. I feel like I did something wrong today. I mean, I did let my short position that was up 8K get stopped out. I mean, that did happen yesterday. Kind of pissed me off. Hold on, give me a second. I just come in here loud and shit. But yeah, I feel like I did something wrong today, man. I don't know why. I don't know why. I mean, I did somewhat revenge trade in my in the sim this morning. I don't know, man. I guess I felt like I fumbled the bag today. I mean, we mapped out what happened this morning perfectly last night in last night's stream. We mapped that shit out perfectly. Perfectly. I think everything that happened, everything that we planned for last night happened yesterday. And I'm very proud of that. Very proud of that. And we got the double top. I mean, shit, we caught the top on the ES and we caught the bottom on the Nasdaq. Like, I'm very proud of that. And I mean, we planned that out. Well, actually, I took this one because I was like, this looks like a double top. And I just had a feeling that the market was going to dump. I didn't think the market was going to do all this, but I just had a feeling that, I mean, when price usually shoots up into an area of resistance, that's usually a dead giveaway that the market is going to dump. But I took that trade in the sim because honestly, like I said, I didn't have no thesis last night. It was just a gut feeling. And when I woke up this morning, obviously those that was in this position last night got paid. And that's always a good thing. But I did not expect this dump. At least on the ES. But I did expect it on the Nasdaq. I mean, when I was looking at the Nasdaq chart last night to kind of go over what I was thinking, initially I told myself that I didn't think that price was going to get down here. And I really got to really write this type of stuff down in my journal because my initial thought was like, there's no way that price is going to get down here. But if it did get down here, that we was going to see this massive recovery. And just like clockwork, once price took the liquidity underneath this low and tapped in the general area of this golden range, which I kind of figured it would, we got this massive bull rally. But here's the thing. Even though we talked about that last night and I got stopped out of my position, and it kept going higher. I fought this way. I fought this move all the way up. And that's something that I have to work on with revenge trading, because my whole thesis went out the window yesterday or earlier this morning. Even though I knew that I was going to be wrong, I just revenge traded in the sim, mind you. So, I mean, I'm glad I was in the sim doing this crap, but we talked about this and I still went against it and fought it anyway. And as I was talking to Smith about this yesterday, or not yesterday, earlier today, he told me he did the same thing. And we just came to the conclusion that we just have a revenge trading problem. Everything goes out the window when that tilt demon gets activated. Everything goes out the window. Now, and that's not unique just to me and Smith. Obviously, that's unique to every trader. But then when that tilt demon activates, everything goes out the window at that point. It's either redemption or destruction. And tilt trading usually ends in destruction. Usually. And as I was thinking about why the hell I got so mad, it was like I fumbled the bet. Like, well, I got mad because the Nasdaq just, like, she literally stopped me out, like where I had my stop, trying to be cute. She stopped me out literally where I put it at, and she went higher. Like, that just sent, like, I don't know why, but that just sent me. Now, like I said, I've already made majority of my profits. It's not like majority of my position was still on and she stopped me out. I mean, it was my two runners. It was just a principle. But that just pissed me off. And because of that, obviously I started trading tilt in the sim and made myself look foolish. Even though I was saying that we had this bullish move up into a range, we should expect another leg up. Even though I'm saying that, I'm fighting it on the way up, just because I want quote unquote revenge on the market. And that shit is just so freaking real. And even though we talk about it, me and Smith talk about this a lot. I mean, because that's what's holding us back for real, is that we just kind of go on tilt. Okay, so I don't know what the hell's going on with that. We're just going to close that. But we'll definitely get through it. Congratulations on that, Alfred. Congratulations. I'm not mad at you, gain weight. Why would I be mad at you? Anyway. Nah, gain weight, you're wrong about that. It's not about the profits, it's about the targets, baby. It's about the targets. But anyway, yeah, congratulations on that, Alfred, man. Making $7K in your funded account. Congratulations. Alfred said something. He said, I know how it feels to lose, but now he wants to know how it feels to win. And it was just that simple switch that he turned on. He was like, I'm tired of losing. Now I want to know how it feels to win. And our boy, Alfred, is freaking winning. He's winning. Mm. So Alfred said he posted it in the Discord. Yeah, look at our boy Alfred. $740 in his funded account. Again, congratulations. That's day one, right? Hold on. Does Top Step doesn't have a consistency rule in the? Oh, that's take profit. You can withdraw that, right? When you inverse the sharpen. That's cute. You took the payout? Yeah, again, congratulations on that. Yeah, I would take the money when you got it. Looks like gain weight saying something. Anyway, I'll wait until he's finished. But yeah. But here's what I'm thinking tonight. I do think that we can probably get a move back up to like 855, 860 probably. But if this thing rejects at 860, I expect a move down. If we can find support above 860 and continue to trend higher, then I expect the market to continue to go in the direction that it's been going. Usually when I see a move like this with no price action, I kind of expect a pullback. I kind of expect a pullback when the market just kind of trends in one direction and there is no price action. I do expect that. But I mean, it took this, over a couple of days, but oh my God. It took them a couple of days to do it though. When the market just goes straight up and then it was trending down. That's what gain weight says. But again, gain weight. I mean, not gain weight. Alfred, congratulations on that. But we'll see what happens tomorrow. And I'm definitely looking at 860 being a potential area where the bulls or where the bears will probably try to take this thing back down. Not for a full reversal, but we could see a move down tomorrow. We could. Especially with Nvidia earnings. Let's actually look at that and see, because I think I kind of understand why I kind of went on tilt this morning. It's like everything that we talked about, everything that we planned for, I just missed everything. I don't even know how the hell I did it. I was looking for this to get a retest of 95. I missed this, and I was waiting on this. I was waiting on this move right here. I had 595 calls ready, and I fumbled the bag somehow, and I missed the bottom. Being greedy. Missed the bottom being greedy. I was looking at Nvidia to bounce, but Nvidia already did the bounce already. Nvidia bounced already. So I mean, and this is why this is why I was upset, because I was looking for this. And then it happens and I missed the whole freaking thing. And so now Nvidia is going to most likely make a retest all the way up here at 159. And we talked about this, and that's why I was so pissed this morning. I guess I was revenge shorting because obviously I wanted the market to go down so I can get my entry again, obviously. I guess you just gotta have to accept that, I guess. You just have to accept it. But obviously Nvidia is definitely a wild card tomorrow. Either we're going to blow past this top or we're going to see a drop. I mean, there's no in between that. If we do see a drop, I'm definitely buying here at 125, 126. If we get close to 125, I'm buying. I'm buying calls, like for sure. For sure, I'm buying calls because I know that even if Nvidia missed their earnings tomorrow, which is highly unlikely, even if we do see a dump, it's going to get bought right back up. They're going to buy it right back up, especially with crypto now becoming as popular as it was during 2020, that whole crypto craze that we saw. And now that Trump is making crypto great again, or he's making the what's the word I want to use? He's claiming that that's going to be his goal, and that's why he's working with or Elon Musk and all that. I think cryptocurrencies is definitely going to make its way back, and obviously that involves Nvidia. So with crypto on the horizon, Nvidia is definitely going to receive a crypto pump for sure, for sure. So I don't think any investor is going to miss an opportunity to buy Nvidia as low as possible. They're not going to miss that opportunity. And this happened over a couple of days. Mm, mm. And Nvidia is definitely still trending on the daily chart. It's definitely still trending. Mm. Mm. Okay. All right. But yeah, it does look like we still got some more room for upside on both the Nasdaq and the ES though. Man, yeah, that is kind of exhausting. It is kind of exhausting. It's interesting because we did find support at the 20 or at the 23%. And we know what that means. We know what that means. If the bulls can find support above the 23%, that usually means that the market is going to be making its way up higher. We have too many examples of the market using the 23%. And once they find resistance or support, we usually make that move higher. So I do expect for the market to continue. But I am interested to see what happens at this double top or if price gets into this golden zone. Because if we see a move to the golden zone, we can probably get a fib to fib move. And I'm pretty sure that there's definitely going to be buyers here at 700. If we see a move down to 700, it's highly likely that we could see a move back up here to 788. And from 788 is where the bears and the bulls are going to have to fight it out to determine which direction the market goes in. Well, again, gain weight. We're intraday traders. We're not even allowed to trade into the next session. Honestly, we're not even allowed to trade into the close of the session. I mean, you know this. I mean, you know this by now, man. You trade prop firms too, man. And so we don't have the luxury of looking out a month. It's like, oh, it's bullish on the 4-hour chart. We don't got that luxury. I mean, if you're talking about the swing account where you profit, then yeah. But a lot of people is trading intraday, so this is how we have to trade gain weight, and you know that. But here's what I will say though. Here's what I will say. I don't know what game you profit thinks is going to start playing. I think it's going to want to start to play that discount game to make people feel like they're getting they're making them feel like they're getting a deal, because they definitely raised the prices on their swing account evals. They definitely raised the prices. I mean, the only one that's still the same is that 30K account. But for the 50 and the 150, that 150 is expensive. This is expensive. It's like they don't want nobody to buy their 150K accounts. I mean, $250 would have, I mean, Top Step is even selling, like, why would anybody, okay, so if Top Step's selling it for 150, maybe like 189, 190, 200, or just keeping it at 150 would have been suffice, because we still have a $150 activation fee at the on behind that as well. So it was like, I don't know why they did that. It kind of pissed me off. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, they should have kept their old prices. Now I can't even justify buying these accounts. And I hate it because I do enjoy trading these accounts, but I'm not spending $100 to blow that shit. That's too expensive to blow the account. The only one that makes sense is this $39 account. Because if I just want to trade and not really think about my entries and exits, I just want to be in a position, I'm not going to be paying $100 every time I want to gamble. I'm not going to be paying no $360 every time I want to gamble. And the resets is just like they're doing the same thing. So I don't know what all these prop firms are doing, but now it seems like every prop firm, instead of having a cheap reset price that fucking makes sense, they're all starting to do that. Well, you spend $39 on an account, you can spend $39 to reset it and vice versa. Why the fuck does that make sense? If I'm on day 15 and I got 15 more days in the market, why the fuck do you think that it's okay? Or why do you think a trader is going to spend the full price of an eval for a reset instead of just getting another eval? Why does that even make sense? It does. Like, these prop firms are just, I mean, if it's money, you're not going to make more money by having the accounts more expensive. You're just going to lose more money because the people that was spending the money was telling themselves that it's cheap. But if it's not cheap, then I'm not going to buy it. I'm not buying this. I'm not going to buy it. I'm not going to buy this. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people feel the same way, because Smith, he messaged me this morning because I guess he went to buy another eval from UProfit. He was like, God damn it. Why the hell did they raise their prices already? And like I said, I feel like this is going to be a lot of people's reaction to this. It's too freaking expensive. And there's cheaper options. I mean, swinging the account into the next session, I mean, that's only a small batch of traders that are going to swing this. So hopefully UProfit watches this video, and hopefully UProfit brings them the price back to what we're used to. But they're just going to see that when the sales drop, we'll know, because they're going to start doing discounts. They're going to say, oh, you said it, we listened, you requested it, we listened. And they're going to bring the prices back down. But until they do that, I'm not buying no account. I ain't buying another account with you, Profit. But I do enjoy the swing account. I'm not gonna lie. I do enjoy trading on TradingView in that account for whatever reason. I do enjoy it. I do enjoy it. Does it? Do they really? That's stupid. Yeah, yeah. You've been kind of promoting take profit, Alfred. I just hate that freaking trailing drawdown in the funder. I'm gonna blow it. You know my trading style. You know I'm gonna blow that account. So let's look at. They said they actually like the prices. That's stupid. Yeah, that's uh, using their word salad, talking about what they said. Hold on, it says enjoy unbeatable conditions at the best price. That is not the best price, and achieve your goals with ease. And I definitely agree with you, gain weight. Like the drawdown is not worth it. Like you're all you're doing is these are basically evals that you can swing. Like I said, it's nothing special about that. Y'all not doing nothing different to be requesting such an expensive eval like that. Y'all ain't doing nothing expensive. Y'all ain't doing nothing like that. No, okay. So Gameway, I'm in the chat. People are upset, upset, as they should be, as there should be. People are upset. It says they are upset that the prices increased, that the launch discount is no longer available. They never said it was a launch discount. They said that that was going to be the freaking prices. Okay, so yeah, the same guy said the same thing. Like it's crazy. The resets are freaking crazy. You can't even reset the account. Yeah. Mm. Mm. Okay. This will be my last long on Bitcoin. I will never long Bitcoin ever again. I will never long Bitcoin ever again. I'm gonna continue to with my strategy is just shorting this thing. I figured that they was gonna bounce it because it looked like an area of support. So I figured that they was gonna bounce it, but they did not bounce it. Bulls have it hard on Bitcoin, and I would never short it ever again, or I never buy it ever again. I'll just short this thing. Hey, gain weight. Did you take profits on Bitcoin? It double topped. I would hate for it to come back to your break even. Well, it didn't double top. It took out the liquidity above this old high. We could see a move down. Just be mindful of that. Oh, you did? Mm. Well, I'm looking through it now. Um, well, I guess I'm not that interested, honestly. I will reach out to support though. I will reach out to support because I don't think it's it might be an oversight, and I'll ask because if you bought the account before the price increase, then I shouldn't. Like I said, I'm kind of done with that. You probably killed himself again. I guess they can't stand the win. I guess I can relate with that somewhat. They can't stand winning, so they do stuff so they can lose again. But I guess from now on, what my strategy is going to be is I'll buy the 30 not or the 30K account. I just have to reduce my size. I probably have to trade 5 micros. Probably have to just trade 3 to 5 micros on Bitcoin, and I'll just have an account just for Bitcoin on UProfit because that's I mean obviously you got to be able to swing Bitcoin to capture the whole move. So um, I mean you can definitely trade Bitcoin intraday. You can obviously trade it intraday. You'll get the moves for sure. But if you kind of want that big move, you're gonna have to swing it. Mhm. So we'll see. Mm. But what do you think, Gainweight? What do you think about the prices? I know it don't the money don't matter, but just the principle. What do you think about the prices? I know you just said that the price doesn't match the drawdown, but what else you think about it? Yeah, yeah. I mean, honestly, they're making money on the activation fee. on the active, like with the activation fee. So I'm like, why try to get greedy and try to milk out some more money with a $2,000 drawdown? I mean, if I'm gonna pay $100 plus a $100, I mean, shit, $100 plus $150 activation fee, like a $2,500 to $3K would be reasonable. $50 for $2,000 in drawdown, that was a deal. It's not a deal at $100, in my opinion, because obviously there's not going to be a lot of good traders out there. Well, let me rephrase that. On their website, they said only 23% of traders, 23% of their traders make it to funded. 23, and only 10% gets paid out. So if only 23% of traders are getting funded, and they're spending $100 every time they're getting a new eval. I mean, for the people that got the money to do that, they'll probably will. But there's cheaper options for that. I mean, if there's cheaper options. Even though Apex ain't paying out, apparently, people still buying their evals because they're cheap. Even though they're being stingy with payouts now. You think so? Yeah, I probably just oh, you know. Mm. So how does that work, gain weight? Because it seems like you kind of understand the inner workings of the prop firms. Are the prop firms buying these accounts from CME? So you're saying that the prop firms are actually buying these sim accounts and they're reselling it to us? Is that what you're saying? Is it like a used car dealership where they buy the car for $10 and they sell it for 10,000? Hmm, that's interesting. And these accounts that they're buying from CME, like you said, these are actual accounts. They're just being labeled as sim accounts, but they're actual accounts. Huh. So that's interesting. Hmm. That's interesting concept to think about. So if CME is actually selling accounts for other traders to get into the market and trade, they're just selling liquidity into their markets. Well, I guess I didn't really care that much to fully understand the whole thing. I have an understanding of how environments are created. I do have that understanding, and if somebody were to explain it, then I would understand. But I never dug deep into like the operations, honestly. Only thing I care about is I can buy an account and get paid. Mm. The Bulls are going to have to hold 785. The bulls are going to have to hold the top of this range. But I mean, it does appear that the market is trying to, like, it's starting to try to sell off. But we'll see tomorrow. We'll see what happens throughout the day. What happens in the overnight? If we see the market sell off, then I know that they're going to be protecting this high, and that we could see the market like grind down until we get the earning results. But if we see that pop, then I know, or at least I'll have a good idea of what the market is trying to do. Yeah. So they're basically selling liquidity. Mm. And that's why they're coming down on these prop firms and saying that, okay, y'all tripping. I got the ES moving 40,000 points in one day. Y'all tripping. Stop with the gambling. Restrict your traders from gambling because they disrupting things. Huh, that's interesting. So what's stopping you from creating your prop firm right now? What's stopping you? I mean, Gameway, that's a good thing, man. I mean, that's a good thing. I mean, the freaking Nasdaq is. I mean, you can expect it to move 300 or 400 points now, but I mean, that's nothing new for the Nasdaq. I mean, the Nasdaq moving 100. So back in the day, the Nasdaq did not move more than 250 points in one direction. Now it'll move 300 to 400 points in one direction now. Like, the Nasdaq don't play no more. You can't be hoping and praying and scaling into a position because it can just keep going. I have yet to see the market move 250 points, just 250 points in one direction. Shit, I think today we moved about like 300, 400 in one direction. What is that? Yeah, about 400 points in one direction. We had a 300 point drop and a 400. So a 300 point drop and a 410 point pop on the Nasdaq. She never used to trade like that. And the ES, same thing. We had a 70 point drop on the ES. And I think a 90 point pop right back up on the ES. When it used to, I mean, it changed. I mean, this was, and it's not even that long ago. This was before the Santa rally. This was in December timeframe where the ES was literally trading in a 4-point range, making 15-point moves in one day, struggling to make all-time highs when Nasdaq was making all-time highs every day. It just seemed like the Nasdaq was finding reasons to create all-time highs while the ES was struggling. Now the ES is the market leader. Like, think about that. It's crazy to think about. The ES is the market leader. You said it's being heavily suppressed. What do you mean by that, gain weight? You saying that they can move more in a day? I mean, of course. Of course. Of course. Dude, gambling is literally the last game in town. It's literally the last game in town. There's nothing else after gambling. Like, once you get tired of gambling, dude, there's nothing else fun to do. Nothing. Gambling is the only thing in existence that you can win or lose and still want to do it again. Even though gambling literally goes against human nature, for whatever reason, we enjoy doing it. Getting those dopamine hits, We get high off the cortisol. We get high off the dopamine. We lose everything. And the next thing on the person, so if a person loses everything, they don't think, oh man, maybe I should stop. It's, damn, where can I get some more money to gamble to get back what I lost? The power of freaking gambling, man. Where can I get more money to gamble back to get back what I lost? And then they lose that money. I've seen too many documentaries of people literally selling everything they own so they can gamble. Mm. So you're saying that your partners? So you want to do this by yourself is what you're saying? Is that you prefer to do it by yourself? Mm. And gain weight, I did look into them. Actually, that's something that we can do right now. The market's not moving. We're just having a conversation. We can look at that. Yeah, that's why when you actually said something, or when you told me to look at that the first time, I did. Isn't it sim to funded solutions? Is what you were saying? Sim to funded solutions. Hmm. Hmm. Right. Yeah. Hmm. You know what, gain weight? Let me ask you this. So, as I was saying earlier in the beginning of the stream, me and Smith was basically talking about, stuff that was holding us back and stuff, blah blah blah, right? And the one thing that I thought about was that I really don't have a profit target goal. I do, but $500, that's only for my funded account. But I don't have one for my evals at all. Honestly, I make however much I make. If I see something, I take it. If I make profits, then I'm thinking that I'm gonna want some more. So the question I'm asking is, do you have a daily profit target that you want to reach? And do you have a daily loss that if you reach it, you stop trading? And if so, have you ever broke this rule even if you made your money back? Mm. Okay, so okay, so I remember you saying that when you started a prop firm that you want me and Smith to work at this prop firm. And now that I think about this, what would your rules be? What would your requirements be? Because honestly, if I think about it that way, if I think about it like reaching like a daily goal and task, then I guess I can kind of accept that daily profit target because honestly, in the evals, it's really in my mind is wild, wild west. I just want to trade. If I see something, I want to take it. If I have to sacrifice my whole account balance, which I usually don't do, but it could get ugly and get to that point, I will do it. But obviously, if there's restrictions, then I would have to adhere to those restrictions or I would have to build a game plan around those restrictions. So, what would the restrictions that you would put on any prop firm trader that you would quote unquote hire? What are the restrictions? Mm, last weekend that you said last week in that manipulated situation. What does that mean? But I guess as you write that up, gain weight. I was just thinking about that long position that you was in Bitcoin. I mean, shit. Even though this thing stair stepped its way up, you still was able to get paid intraday. I was shorting this thing, and I didn't take profits on this thing at all. Honestly, for whatever reason, I thought they was gonna dump this thing. I thought that they was gonna at least come back and double tap this range. Well, hey, DM me or put it in the Discord or DM me. And we do appreciate that game weight. You know we listen. I mean, if you talking to us when we on tilt, I mean, you know that shit's going out. That shit's going in one ear and out the other. You should know that by now. That shit is going in one ear and out the other. Obviously, we hearing you, but obviously we not in control. That tilt energy is in control. Which saying that shit out loud is like I said, I don't like saying that, but hey, I mean it is what it is, man. That's just the real side of trading. When you trade on tilt, it's hard to kind of come back from that. Yeah, this thing actually just might be on its way down though. Yeah, just like Alfred said, is very stubborn. And he's right, man. Like I said, being stubborn is a double-edged sword. I want my target, so I'm a hold until my target gets hit. But I'm a hold until my target gets hit, and if it don't get hit, well, it could go to my stop. But I am waiting for this shoe to drop. Uh, Like I'm already short in my swing account already. Mm, I don't know what the hell just happened. I know you Profit probably looks at my account. Like you Profit looks at my account and Smith account. And I think by now they're like, okay, these guys know exactly what they're doing. We just have to hope for a day where they go on tilt and they blow their accounts up. At this point, they have to be saying that to themselves, especially Smith. When Smith can make 10K in one day, I know that raising some flags on their side. I know it does. It's like, who the fuck is this guy? And I know they watch the accounts. But we blow the damn accounts up. I know they was looking at these Bitcoin trades because I know they was like, why the hell is this dude not taking profits? Like, why is he not taking profits in none of these trades? Because like I said, like every trade I had, I was up like 8K, just not taking profits or nothing. Just letting this thing come right back against me. Like every short I caught, every short on Bitcoin, every single one. And did not take no profits on none of them. Because it didn't hit my target. Because it didn't hit my target. And that shit came right back on me. It stopped me out. I would see a double top, another area, another opportunity to get short. I would take it. The entry would be almost perfect because the Bitcoin is a bear's market. Mm. But yeah, again, wait, I know that you was in this long thinking like, damn. Hey, I mean, obviously you're a longer term trader, so you was probably thinking like, I mean, I'll get there eventually. But I know you was watching this thing, was like, damn, this shit dropped again. Like this shit dropped again. Like it did all this work and then it dropped again. But Bitcoin definitely stair stepped this way right back up. I think Bitcoin is like the only instrument where even though it's going up, it's still bearish as it goes up. It's bearish as it goes up. That's so crazy. Okay. Okay. All right, guys. I think I'm gonna end it here. The market's not doing anything. The market is not doing anything right now. Well, gain weight because it ain't the full move. That's why. It ain't the full move. I want the whole damn thing. I want the tippity top and that bottom. I want it. I want it all. And that's my problem. Like I said, man, if me and Smith, if we were combining our styles, that would kind of be the perfect trader. He has no problem taking profits. Shit. I don't want the profits. I want my target. I want to trade with small risk and big reward. I like that. I don't like scalping. But again, Smith made more money in one move trading heavier size with a lot of risk, but at the same time with a lot of reward. Trading the momentum, getting out, trailing his position as it goes up. But if Smith got in where I got in with the size that he had and held, he would have made 20K in that move. 20K. Me, on the other hand, I'll trade heavy size, but for whatever reason, I become impatient. I don't know why. And that's why I tend not to trade heavier size because I become impatient. Like, I don't, like, if I'm trading smaller size, my mind is already focused on, well, I have to get the best entry possible. If I'm trading heavier size, I'm thinking to myself, hurry the hell up and get in and get out. I'm not looking for, or subconsciously, I'm not looking for the best entry. I'm just looking for a reason to get in and hope and gamble and wish that if I get in here, that the market is going down. So, I mean, it's two different mindsets, at least for me. And I know that about myself. Mm, yeah. That's why I'm trying to experiment on like how I can kind of do both. Like I caught like almost what 150, 60 point move today with only 9 micro contracts and leaving only 2 to run. If I had like a decent position on that, that would have been a lot of money, a lot of reward for the amount of risk. But honestly, I mean, if I saw that I was up 10K, I probably would have tell myself I can be up 20. My problem is, yeah, yeah, I'm just gonna start writing a plan. I'm really going to start really taking this like super serious. I mean, I already take it serious now, but I'm really going to start working on the gaps in my game. And once me and Smith actually sit down and do that and just fix the gaps, shit, we will be unstoppable, unstoppable, unstoppable. Yeah, I know gain weight. I know, I know. That's true. Catching tops and bottoms it's not, but it's an ego thing. I'm not going to sit here and say that it's not. Just being able to say that I caught the top and the bottom is for the ego. And again, we've had this conversation. I don't think there's anything wrong with having an ego, but if it's getting in the way of things, like with me, my ego gets in the way of me. Like I'll have an account and it's super green, and then my ego will get in the way, and then I'll blow the account up for no reason. Like I was telling myself this yesterday as I was thinking about it. I was like, these prop firms must love you because you trade professionally. You gradually build your account and have it compound over time. And then when you get mad, you blow the account. You take stupid trades that don't make sense because you're angry. You over leverage because you're angry. Blow the account and you spend more money to do it again. They love it. They love it when you do that. It's like you're rewarding the prop firm. You keep spending your money and spending your money. And I was like, you know what? That is absolutely true. That's the reward. I spend more money instead of taking money from these prop firms like I'm supposed to. No, I'm pretty sure I've spent more money. I mean, I've only gotten I think I'm on my 5th or 6th payout with MFF. I've only gotten I've gotten like 5K worth of payouts from UProfit and only 7K worth of payouts from Top Step. But I've definitely spent more money on these evals because I'm being foolish. Because of foolishness, obviously. Not taking profits, getting greedy at the wrong time, being fearful at the wrong time, misreading the market, and then kind of like what I did this morning or what I did last night. We talked about this move. We talked about if the price got here that we were going to see a big move up. And even though I knew that, I got angry. And again, I was in the sim, and yet I tried to fight this move up, knowing that it wasn't going short. And why did I try to short this move? Because I was hoping that it gave me another opportunity to get in long. That's what I was looking for, another opportunity to get in long because I was mad I missed it. Shit, I caught with 150 points and the market ran up 400 points. Shit. I missed it. I mean, I missed taking it in the in my swing account, but I was too busy revenge trading Bitcoin. But like I said, I love Bitcoin though. I will never take a long on this instrument ever again though. I'll just short the pops. Mm, mm. Yeah, you're right about that game weight. You're right about that, man. And that's actually what me and Smith was talking about earlier. All right, that was another part that we was talking about. Me and Smith, I mean, obviously we're not, well, anyway, that doesn't matter. When me and Smith we start our streams, it's like we're both doing stuff that, that people would love to be able to do on a consistent basis. Like be able to read the market, get into areas with size, be able to profit from that and be able to make 10K a day intraday in these prop accounts. I mean, Smith took his personal account. He started with like 2,000 and ended with 14,000. And then for whatever reason went tilt and just blew all that up. And that's our biggest problem. And I don't know. Well, actually, gain weight. Well, I'm pretty sure. I mean, obviously, what did you do to overcome that? Because that's our biggest problem right now. It's just that every time we revenge trade, we just blow up. Nothing's ever enough. We just blow up, and it's like a self sabotage thing. I mean, we kind of understand that now. It's like when we get into a self sabotaging cycle, that's kind of what we begin to start doing. I mean, just begin to start to self sabotage. So I guess so we can start over again and start from scratch. How were you able to overcome that gain weight? Mm. Mm. You know, again with that, so that is definitely easier said than done. That is definitely easier said than done, man. Like I said, I mean, I trade that way somewhat in my funded account. In my funded account, I follow strict rules, and that's how I was able to consistently get payouts from MFF, even though I hate trading that way. I don't like trading that way at all, but it's necessary to get paid out on a consistent basis. And as I was saying in the earlier stream, I think from now on, my profit target is about $300. So it used to be 500. I used to only trade for $500, 500. But then I thought to myself, why the hell am I doing that? I mean, if I get one payout from these accounts, I've already made back my $80 investment. I'm talking about for MFF. As long as I'm making a 300 to 320 a day, when it's time to get paid out, I just get my $1,200 payout. And if it blows the account, I'll just get a new one. I made $1,200 on an $80 investment. You can't beat that. But I absolutely hate trading that way. I feel like I'm better than that. I feel like I can accomplish more than that. And I do see trading as a game. I do see this as a game, as a sport. Oof. Mm. So you just gradually upped your tick size over time. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to sit down and actually think about. So I'm thinking about $1,500 a day, but then I feel like if I make a $1,500 a day profit target goal, then I'm going to be fighting for that. Like it won't feel authentic if I put a number. Like if I make it if I just leave that open, then I like it feels like okay, I'm not putting pressure on myself to make a certain amount. It's well, if I make $1,500 today, then that's how much I make. Or if I just make 500, et cetera, et cetera. But the I really don't move my stop. I kind of put my stop in areas where it invalidates the trade. I did have a big problem with that too, but then that's why it came with the bigger stops, smaller size, bigger stops, and putting the stop where it invalidates the trade. So I don't move my stop anymore. Trailing my stop though, that is definitely going to be a challenge because I mean y'all see it all the time. Like if it don't hit my target, if it misses my target by a tick and it drops, I mean, I'm not going to trail it. And today, when I trailed it, I got stopped out and the market went up another 300 points and that pissed me off. And that was like the biggest reason. Like, I don't like moving my stop. I just like leaving it where it is. I don't like trailing it. I don't. My mind doesn't want the profits. It wants the target. That's what it wants. It doesn't like I feel like the profit target is like it is completing a task. And if I trail the stop or if I trail my stop and it doesn't reach my target and I get stopped out and then 10 or 15, 20 minutes later, it hits my target, it feels like the work wasn't done. Like if I just waited 20 more minutes, I could have got my target. I don't care what happens after that, but as long as it hits my damn target. I don't care about anything else other than that. And then sometimes I will trade my P&L. Even if my P&L goes out of structure, my mind will sometimes try to make up stories in my mind and say that, oh yeah, it can get there. No, it won't. But I still do it, even though I know it won't work. Because what if it does work? And that's all it takes. Is as long as you can convince yourself of anything stupid, you'll do it. At least that's what I do to myself sometimes. Convince myself that the market is going to go where it wasn't going to go in the first place. Yeah. Yeah. It does, man. It does. Well, I'm definitely going to start. I mean, that's something that I'm gonna have to write in my journal and actually just kind of come to terms with. If I allow myself to move myself away from those self-defeating behaviors and I just stick to what works and stop trying to self-sabotage me and Smith, shit, we'll be right there in the same tax bracket with you. Gain weight. We'll be starting our own prop firm. Be in that same tax bracket. But we just keep holding ourselves back with foolishness. So mm. Yeah. But all right, Gainway. It was good talking to you, but I'm going to end the stream here. I'm gonna end it. Um, oh yeah, I won't be streaming tomorrow morning. I got to celebrate a very very important person's birthday tomorrow, so we will be celebrating that tomorrow. So I won't be streaming tomorrow, but I will come back tomorrow night. Or actually, I probably won't. Actually, no, I probably won't. We'll be celebrating the entire day. You know how girls are. With us guys, you throw us a party and we're good. They want to celebrate the whole entire day. So yeah, so we'll do that. But all right, guys, appreciate all that join, gain weight, appreciate the conversation, the TED talk, all that. We'll probably still make the same mistakes, but we'll try to make the same mistakes less often. With that said, have a good night, everybody. Peace out.